Hi friends, Cassie here. I'm talking to you today about this week's adult craft, and we are going to be doing string art. So I'm pretty excited about this. I just did a quick sample of what string art kind of looks like. You are not going to get something this small. We have a much bigger piece for you with different designs. But like I said, I did a quick sample just so you could see what a final product looks like if you've never heard of string art before. So pretty much you get some wood, you get some finishing nails, and some string. Your kits are gonna have bigger pieces of wood like this, and you're already gonna have the dots on the wood, so you know right exactly where to put your nails. You also will get a photo of your finished design, what it looks like, just the outline. You're gonna be getting some quick directions and a picture of what your finished product could look like. You'll be getting some string. You might have different colors depending on the design you get. And you're gonna be getting a bag of finishing nails. In your bag, you're also gonna have a hook to put on the back so you can hang it. Just make sure you keep an eye out because there's very little screws in this piece, so you don't wanna lose those once you get your bag. Some things you'll need are some scissors, a small hammer or small mallet if you have it. It works much easier if it's smaller instead of a big one. And things to just make it a little easier, if you have some tweezers and some glue to finish it off. Just follow along with my directions if you want to see how to do it at home. Make sure you sign up to get your craft kit. Keep watching to learn how to do this at home. So when you're ready to get started, I find it easiest to kind of get all of my stuff that I'm gonna need. You're gonna need your thread, some scissors, the nails we gave you, some school glue to help finish it off, and either a small hammer or a small mallet if you have it, just to get your nails in. So before you start getting your hammering your nails into your wood, you need to realize like your pieces of wood are not that thick. Again, mine is just a sample of a wood slice we had. Your wood's gonna be slightly different, but you kind of wanna put your nail next to your wood to see, okay, it's not that thick, so we're not gonna be going that far deep. Remember, your nails are gonna be sticking out so that the string can be wrapped around them. So I'm gonna start my first one. I did see a really cool tip. If you have a pair of tweezers at home, we don't have tweezers here, but if you're afraid of hammering your nail, just put the nail into the edge of the tweezers. So like if these were my tweezers, I put it here, and then you're holding them this way over here so that it keeps the nail steady and you don't have a chance of hammering your fingers. But again, I don't have tweezers here, so I'm just gonna go slowly and try not to hit my finger. So as you can see, I didn't put it in that deep, but it is secure. I don't have any showing up on the edge. Don't mind this, I freehanded the heart, and that's how it didn't come out that great. So, but yeah, so I don't have any nails sticking out. I just put it in a little bit, not too deep. If I put a nail next to it, you can see about how, there we go, my finger's in the way. You can see about how deep it went. So not too deep. So I'm gonna finish doing the rest of these and I'll be back to start stringing it. So I actually did find a pair of tweezers. So I just want to show you that little trick. So you're gonna grab your nail and put it at the end of the tweezers this way, like so. And then you, oh, hold on, technical difficulty. So then you squeeze your tweezers on this end so it holds it secure. And this is really good for string art as well, because now you know you definitely aren't gonna go too deep. So see, that's way too long. So I'm gonna pull it up a little. That looks about the right height. So now I know once I hit the tweezers on the wood, my nail is in deep enough and you won't go any deeper and have your nail go through. So I just wanted to show you that little trick quick. I'm gonna finish this up and then be back. Okay, I am back. I have all of my nails hammered in. You can always turn it to the side to get an idea of if your nails are all about the same height. If they're not exactly the same height, that's fine. It just looks a little better if you have similar heights. So mine look good. I'm just gonna kind of do a little wiggle test to make sure all of the nails are secure. They are, we're good to go. Now we're gonna get started with the stringing. So you're gonna tie off on one nail to start with. So this is a heart shape, I'm just gonna go down here. It's easiest to kind of make your little loop first, but don't tighten it. And you do want some extra string on the edge because we're gonna start off with a double knot. So I'm just gonna put my loop over and tighten, and then I'm gonna just double knot it again, like so. Now it's nice and secure. I'm not gonna cut off this excess yet because I'm gonna actually finish off on this nail as well, and I'll be able to tie with this end also to kind of get a nice tight knot. So depending on which design you get is how you're gonna go about this. So some of you might have designs that are using multiple colors. Some of you might have designs that kind of have a little inside as well. So if I had a little heart in the middle as well, you might wanna go about doing those differently. So if I happen to have a heart in the middle, you'd wanna make sure that middle piece was empty. So, you know, you wouldn't go from here to here, you'd go from here to if there was a nail here, right here. So just keep that in mind. You're gonna have photos of examples of the finished product of your design. So just kind of look at those so you can see what the design is intending. You can always do your own as well. You don't have to follow it exactly, but it just gives you an idea of how you should be going about it. But no matter what your design is, you always want to make sure you have your outline done. Whether you do that first or you finish with doing the outline, just how if you were doing connect the dots, you'd want to make sure you had a thick outline so you can really see the shape. I'm going to do my outline towards the end, but to just start, you just pick another nail to go across and you just loop it. So you're not going to tie at each nail. You're just going to loop it like so. And unlike connect the dots, you can go to the same nail twice. So it can get a little tricky. You might have to kind of push your string down a little so that you have extra space to go back if you need to. And then you just make it however you like. You can always kind of do a loop around like that, like I just did. So instead of going around one end and then going to the next, I'm just gonna loop it like so. And then you're just gonna keep stringing. The cool thing about this is there's no right or wrong way. If you wanted to kind of be more exact, you could, and if you happen to lose your place like that, you lose a couple, that's fine. So sometimes the loop around is the better bet because then you don't have to worry about your string coming undone if you happen to lose your grip. So you are kind of trying to keep it tight as you're doing this. The tighter it is, the better it's going to ultimately look. And you just want to make sure you definitely reach all of your nails. So I still have a few that haven't been reached yet. So I'm just hitting those. Oops. Loop around. And I think at this point, I have reached all of my nails. So now I'm gonna do the outline. So like I said, I'm doing the outline at the end. You could start off doing the outline first and then do your zigzagging across. So I'm just gonna push this down a little bit while keeping it tight with one hand. So this is definitely a two-hand process. So now I have a little gap at the top of each nail. as you can see. And now I'm just going to go around along the edge, the outline, and then do the loop around each nail head, like so. And that's just gonna give me a nice defined shape. Again, depending on your design, you might have to do an inside loop and an outside loop. So whatever your design is, depends on how much of an outline you're gonna be doing. You don't have to do this process at all either if you like the look of it without the outline. I just personally like having that a little defined. And you can even go back around a second time if you want a nice thick outline look, but I think it looks good just like that. So now I'm gonna tie it off. So see, I've been keeping this tight and I have that extra string from before. And now I'm just going to take that extra string and knot it. And again, I'm going to double knot like so. And then if you have some school glue, just, this part's a little messy, but it's worth it. Put a little bit on your finger and get at that knot right there. So I'm just kind of rubbing it in so that that'll stay nice and secure. If you don't have school glue, if you had like tacky glue or crafting glue, that works too. We happen to have school glue, so that's what I'm using. I'm also just gonna kind of try to push the strings back up so they're all along the edge. That's just a personal preference, so you don't have to do this step. I just like it to be a little more flush with the nail heads. Okay, so I put my glue and now I'm gonna cut off my excess, like so. If you wanted, you could kind of put glue down and then just kind of try to loop your string up so you don't get this little hanging bob like I have. So I'm just gonna try to glue that down flat with my finger, like so. All right, good enough. But there we go. That's my final product. Like you can see, I didn't make it perfectly exact. It's just something to have fun with. I hope you have fun doing this program, and make sure you sign up to get your craft kit. Bye.